Kino.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I wanted to clarify with you specifically up front that when Deus put when she got, put the claim on Callisto's video, I was the one who told her specifically about that video, just because of the art.
Okay, you told her, but you didn't tell her to place a copyright claim on it, right?
I did not tell her specifically. I did not command her to do that. I did give her, because my artist, the Camelot Bard, has had a similar situation happen before, where I think a piece of her art that she made for somebody else was being used on a video that was a diss track against someone, and was also the kind of the catalyst for targeting harassment against somebody. So that is something that Camelot, obviously, that does not fall within her views, but she did, she wanted to do a copyright takedown on that. So because of that, I told Deus about that originally. Kind of my mind was going back to that situation, and I let her know. So that's how she found out about Callisto's video. I just wanted to make you aware of that.
Okay, yeah. But Deus, if you don't mind me asking, why make the copyright claim in the first place? Just because he was using Noah's avatar that you made in the thumbnail?
Because Noah suggested I do a copyright strike.
I did not. Well, I gave that suggestion. I did not specifically command her to do that, though.
And then you gave me the link to how to copyright strike.
Art taken down.
You gave me the link on how to do a copyright strike takedown after.
Yeah, because Camelot's had something happen before with her art. So Deus just wanted that to be aware. What are your thoughts on that, Kino?
I'm just a little confused as to why it would get to that go to that extreme.
Don't ask me, ask Noah. He's the one who sent me the link. He's the one who gave me Callisto's name, and he's the one who provided me the link on how to do a copyright claim takedown. And he said he would walk me through. You said you would walk me through the process to do it. I told you I didn't want to, and I didn't want people coming after me.
Wait, no, you didn't say that.
I said I was afraid that Callisto was going to come after me, and you said don't worry about it.
Well, can I add potentially add Callisto or Jan to this combo, so it can be
yes, I would like Callisto in here.
Okay. Hold on. I can try inviting him because I do want to get this sorted out. So we're clear. Just so we're clear, Deus. No one's coming after you. No one's targeting you.
No, I've had people.
Nobody knows who you are.
I've had people message me. This is not true.
Her. That's the big thing.
Oh, you've been getting harassed over this?
Yes, I've been getting messages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Someone has called me a crazy bitch on a podcast and put my name out there.
Dickers did. Yeah. I think it might have been because you replied to him, Kino. I don't think you should have done that, honestly.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Is he not available right now?
I don't know his schedule, but maybe we can.
You could reach out to Jan. Jan would be a good one to talk to.
I'm trying to add him too. But Deus, what would your ideal resolution to this be?
I honestly didn't really care. I was just brought into this. For me, he can post the video. I didn't care.
I thought you cared about him using your art, though.
No, but you're the one who brought it to me and said he was using it for a racist purpose.
Okay. First off, Callisto is here. Maybe you could explain it from beginning to end for him.
Hello?
Yes, please do.
1 second. I can't hear you. 1 second.
Callisto, can you hear us? guess he's just setting up.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yep, alright.
Yeah, so, Callisto, this is Deus, the artist. Yeah, and Noah doesn't need an introduction, because you already know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, do you guys think you can, take it from the top of what happened, like that, what led up to this?
Well, I mean, I just got a copyright takedown request on the video.
Okay, and, like, Deus or Noah, can either of you, like, explain the process for, like, how the copyright came about, or, like, what the mentality was when filling it out?
Yeah, like I sent Deus Callisto's video because I figured her art would she wouldn't want it being used in a video like that. So that's what, and I've had a similar situation like this before, where like a moderator of mine, the Camelot Bard, I believe her art at one point was being used in like the thumbnail of like a diss track, and this was made by somebody who is harassing people. So, yeah, it was not a good situation in general.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
when I saw the art there, I kind of freaked out. I went to Deus and told her about that.
So yeah, that matters, because when we originally talked, like you said that you didn't know anything about like the person who did the copyright.
Really? You told them you had no
When
idea.
did I say that?
Well, you said that you knew the person, but you said that you didn't tell them to copyright claim Callisto's video.
I didn't tell her specifically to do that. I just told her the process.
You told me about the video.
But why tell her the process?
Because I figured she would want to know, because her art's there.
Well, what the hell is going on here? Like, this basically, I'm pretty sure, breaches any standard practice of anything that goes on YouTube, to be quite frankly clear here.
Callisto, you can use the original thumbnail. I'm giving you full permission right here.
Okay. So I'm allowed to use the original thumbnail.
I was told under false
Why was it?
I was given false pretenses that it was being used for racist video.
But that's what it was. It was. Did you not see the Sweet Baby Ink stuff in that video?
Well, first off, like nothing in Callisto's video was racist. Like you disagreed on like certain discussions online, but he was not spouting any racist rhetoric or anything like that. So that's just not true.
I thought he was, though.
Like what section of his video was racist? Like what timestamp?
I thought the Sweet Baby Ink part was. I don't know.
What did I specifically say that was an issue?
Well, I thought you said they were like unhinged or something. You were talking about black people.
Right. Did you see the statements that the person who was a part of Sweet Baby Inc., what she said?
Well, no. What did they say?
Okay, they... Oh my god, bro. This is not real. So you don't know anything of what any employees or former employees of Sweet Baby Inc. said. It was just because I was criticizing their statements, and they happened to be black, that was racist. Is that my understanding?
Well, that's the assumption I made.
You made an assumption about... Bro.
I'm sorry.
What? This cannot be real. Okay, for your info, if you really want to know, the segment concerned 3 individuals of Sweet Baby Inc. The first one was the CEO, who has made pretty public statements about how she will try to pressure marketing teams to hire Sweet Baby Inc. with a threat of like a giant social media mob coming after the company. That was the first one. The second statement was a talk given by a writer at Sweet Baby Inc., who specifically stated that Django Unchained was a terrible film, that Quentin Tarantino's process is rooted in white supremacy and patriarchy, and specifically about how Django Unchained is not a good film and Quentin Tarantino's work needs to be critiqued out of existence. She makes like several statements.
That part I didn't realize, because I actually like Tarantino movies.
Yeah, and she made several statements regarding she made several statements regarding the film that were absolutely bogus, that anybody who watches the film would understand. So that was a ridiculous.
Now that part I find interesting. Okay.
And then the third person was a former employee of Sweet Baby Inc., who, while working on a game called Validate, stated essentially that for her game Validate, she had no white people on the team because white people would just end up microaggressing on everybody.
Okay, so just so we're clear, Callisto was disagreeing with certain people from an organization for their comments on movies. He said nothing derogatory about their race. And you, Noah, you looked at that section and you assumed that he was making racist insults.
Because I didn't look too clearly at it.
Well, you just didn't look at it at all because, again, like this is just like clearly you didn't inspect you didn't actually look at the arguments that were presented.
Yeah.
So did you watch that part or you didn't watch that part?
I didn't. I did, but I didn't watch it closely enough. It sounds like, because I agree honestly about the Django Unchained thing. I like that movie.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I made that video.
So you don't even disagree with what he said?
No, I guess I don't.
How did you watch that part and come away with anything else?
I don't know. I guess I didn't watch it closely enough.
Okay.
Okay, so just Deus, again, so Noah saw that section, he thought it was problematic or racist, and he sent it to you, and like according to Noah, he didn't
also the part about
say,
endorsing the neurotic thing, right? The thing about him talking about like the pack of Salems or whatever. Like, I think my issue with that, Callisto, specifically, is like you try to claim that it's a joke in that situation, right?
Yeah, I say it's a joke. Yeah.
For me personally, just knowing neurotic, I don't really buy it as a joke, but that's just me.
Okay,
but it is a joke with a punchline.
Before we get into the like neurotic, is he or is he not joking? Can we get Jan up to speed because he is he's probably going to end up moderating this debate or not debate,
yes.
Just like discussion, and so it doesn't turn into like a shouting match or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So who wants to catch Jan up to speed?
I just had the call 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're going over like how I originally I told Deus about the video specifically from Callisto because I've had a similar situation happen before with the moderator. Like, they came to me at one point and like their art was being used on a diss track for a thumbnail.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it was definitely it was a diss track from somebody who was harassing someone else. So Camelot on her own figured out how to copyright, take down the art. She only wanted the art off. So when I saw Deus's art being used on Callisto's video, I thought of that situation and I went to her and gave her the things that Camelot had told me.
So wait, this is about the copyright claim, or what is this? Sorry,
I'm reading this video.
Yes, this is about the copyright claim for Callisto's video.
Okay. Is the concern not being comfortable with someone's art being used in a context that they maybe disapprove of?
No.
Or is that
yes, because that was my worry for her originally.
Can I finally speak on this? I was approached by Noah with the video, and he said that my art was being used to promote a racist video. And then he said that I should put a strike against the video. He gave me the links on how to do a copyright strike and said he could walk me through the process. I did not care.
Yes,
I didn't know about this video beforehand, and I would have just continued living my life had Noah not approached me and walked me through how to do a takedown.
So this was Callisto's video or the other video?
Calesta's video. I don't know if any other video.
Okay.
So we understand this is entirely fucked, right?
Yes. I feel very used right now. In a battle that I had nothing to do with.
I was trying to look out for you because I've had a similar experience like this before.
Okay, but the outcome has hurt everyone in this call.
Yes.
Well, no. Like, I defended you. Like, I took you at your word that you didn't know anything about this, but it turns out you liked me.
I did. When did I say I didn't know anything about this?
Well, hang on. Go on, Kino. You go.
Like, okay, when I made tweets saying, hey, it wasn't Noah that sent the copyright claim.
Because it wasn't.
Okay, well, so to be clear, sorry, I can take it as well. So to be clear, the contention is you told Deus, on the sounds of it, hey, this video is maliciously using your artwork, and then you'd walk them through how to take it down. Do you see how that's like, yeah, you didn't technically do it, but it's like, if I tell someone, hey, I have a shopping list, can you do some shopping? Yeah, I didn't do the shopping, but like, you know, I asked them to buy the things, right?
Yeah, okay, now I see what you mean there.
Okay. Well, okay, so I'm going to put the thumbnail back up.
Yes, you have everyone here can hear it. You have my consent to use it.
Okay. And additionally, I'm going to be honest, I have attempted to be as gracious and as charitable as possible. And I've spoken to people who told me I'm being gullible and all of this shit, and I said, you know what? In the sake of moving past this, I'm just going to try to resolve this quietly. And I have no evidence that there's been some sort of folly or foul play here, and that has entirely ended up being the case, to an extent that I didn't even think was possible. Like, this is so beyond fucked, bro. Like, what are you thinking? What are you doing?
My name has been put out there now.
I was trying to look out for her, and I feel like I just really messed everything up.
Well, yeah, you did, because I'll tell you right now, mate, like, just not being funny, do you suppose that who's in a better position and who ought to be taking the heat for this? Ought it be this, no offense to you, love, I'm sure you're, fine and everything, but like this relatively random person who had nothing to do with this, because anyone reasonable, right, because it's her name on the fucking on the copyright claim, you're just gonna assume it's like her doing. And I'll be frank with you, when I first saw it, I assumed that it was her, like, having a history, but like, it's not. You basically put her up to it. So, like, what are you gonna do about it? I guess, like, you should be.
I already made a post on my community tab under the other one.
Okay. Well, that's not enough. Like, you need to have something with like more vocal reach to like tell people that Deus was not the one. Like, you were the one who put Deus up to like filling out the copyright. Like, this is her reputation, that you're kind of...
Yes.
You essentially threw her under the bus. Like, I don't know her, but I'm honestly pissed for her. Like, I'm sorry you had to go through this mess.
Thank you. I've had people reaching out to me, calling me a fucking bitch because of this.
Yeah, like, to be clear, this isn't us, like, having a grandstand on you and like, being like, oh, we're so... Like, we've all fucked up before, I'm sure. But, like, you can see how this is just, like, because, like... From
especially with like the quartering stuff going on right now, right? This is a very bad look.
I don't give a fuck about that. Just like in its own context, with you from like, just so very clear, it went from you not crediting people to you having that live stream to now this to you trying to take down someone's video. Like, man, you're doing the fucking channel termination speedrun. Like, as like someone who knows you relatively well, like. It does occur to you this has like ended the careers of a vaster plurality of people who had way more reach than you did. Reasonably, after the plagiarism stuff, you should have been done, but you're not, because your audience is relatively charitable to you, and now you're throwing one of them under the bus.
That wasn't my intent when I was doing this.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what your intention is.
Yeah, to quote snuck up the line, no one ever does. No one ever intends to hurt people, or most people don't. But the fact is you did. And the fact is it keeps happening. It's a pattern now.
I don't... Yeah... I don't know what to do.
What the fuck? No. 1 second. As of this point, any terms of good faith or anything like that are completely dissolved and have evaporated. That needs to be stated up front, because I was operating under false assumptions that this was all just that it was essentially this artist who just decided to go rogue, act on her own accord, and you're trying to resolve it, versus now it was you who thought the video was racist, despite either not watching it or having some miscomprehension, and then directing her and walking her through the process to do the copyright takedown request.
Yeah, to get a timeline as well, when you reached out to me to try to talk to me about how Callisto is doing all of this stuff with his video, and
because
I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm gonna be straight with you when I'm talking. You're gonna have to let me finish, man. I'll give you a chance after. All right. You can see from my perspective how fuck that looks. Because when did you no offense, I trust her more than you. Deus, do you recall when Noah reached out to you about this?
April 14th.
Okay, so that would have been a day before you called me at we had a chat at 2 a.m., a protracted chat. So after you'd done this, because Kino sent me the thing right after, you go to me to just seek reassurance on stuff, or why what is the point? Clearly did you just just be straight with me. Did you do that, feel really shitty about it, and then reach out to me and see if you could maybe do some reconciliation because you felt contrition? Or was it because you were just hey, maybe I can pull one over on these guys this way?
No, it's because I felt bad.
Okay, so that's good. Obviously, I guess that's reassuring for me to some extent. Now, Callisto, you understand, he at this point has absolutely no reason to trust a fucking thing that you say to him, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Wait. What was your conversation about, and what was this about? What?
Oh, so Noah and I talked on morning of the 15th, very late hours, about him potentially reaching out to you and Kino, to smooth things over, and this is now turning out to have been after he had reached out to this person to copyright strike.
Okay, so 1 second, let me get the timeline straight. He initially, once seeing the video, assumed there was something racist, or came to the conclusion that it was racist, reached out to this artist, Marionette, to issue the copyright strike. And then spoke with me. The assumption, and then spoke with you. Okay, and what was that conversation about, roughly speaking?
That conversation was initially about Kino's tweets, and then we kind of circled into, hey, maybe you could still smooth these this relationship over if you are genuinely willing to show some contrition for what you said, and if you're willing to talk to these people. But of course, at this time, this is Kino sends me that you've been copyright struck, I think almost synchronously to this, and I say, oh, he probably doesn't know anything about that, and we both conclude, because we have no reason to believe otherwise, there was Deus acting on her own initiative, which is now turning out to not be true at all.
Okay, and the conversation was about Kino, the relationship with Kino.
Kino and your video tangentially.
Yeah, because I thought you came you reached out to us in honest good faith, to just resolve things, but really what you were doing is trying to get people off your back.
Yeah, because Noah level with all of us here as well. Did you genuinely think that the video was racist, or was it more likely by far, based on even the conversation that we had, that you thought it was going to bring you a lot of heat and you just wanted it gone? Because when we had that conversation, it was brought a non-zero amount of times the notion that if you talk to Callisto, maybe he'll you were asking me whether he'd be inclined to have the video removed if you agreed to something with him.
Yeah, and if you were really concerned about Deus, her art being used for something you disapprove of, you could have reached out to Callisto and asked him just to change the thumbnail. But you never did.
That would have been easier. Yeah.
Well, mate, it's not about easier. It's about it would have been the morally the better thing to do.
But you didn't care about the thumbnail, though. You didn't care about the thumbnail. You cared that you thought the video was racist, and it was a way to get it taken down.
Yeah. And I see. Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest with you. If I'm being as hyper good faith in this whole situation as I possibly can be, it seems to me you had a really bad month and you wanted to get rid of that video because it fucking annoyed you. Which that's fair, but tough.
This
that video's going to stay up.
Me, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I brought that up as like a good faith. No one gives a shit, all right? We all have bad months. We don't do this shit, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, realistically, no one here is certainly, like, I probably was the least affected by this, but, like, you still, like, I don't know if it was, I wouldn't say you manipulated me exactly, but you were, like, trying to get me under false pretenses.
Wargaming Dad is asking about getting on the call as well. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I think this 5 is fine.
Like, this is fine. Like, this is like Wargaming Dad.
Because I am so tired of drama tubers too. That's the other.
Okay,
thing.
look.
Way beyond.
No, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, the reason, if you want the drama to stop, you stop behaving the way you're doing, like you are now. Like, you need to stop, like, going behind the scenes and like actually talk with people, like, be direct, like, stop with this.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I talked to Jan.
I'm going off this assumption instead of, like, getting the full picture.
Okay, but like, okay, so that's all well and good that you thought that when you talked to me, and then when you talked to Kino, and now eventually, and like,
also reach out to Deus afterwards.
Again,
like,
please, you're gonna need to. No. Again, we're doing this. You're gonna need to let me finish when I'm talking. All right? You reached out to Deus. That's all well and good that you did that all after the fact. Do you suppose, for a second, that it might have been better to do all that without this fucking cloak and dagger shit?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Okay, so why not? Why didn't you do that?
Don't know.
No, I think you do know. I think it's because initially you were angry and you lashed out, and this is a pattern with you, because again, when you were first accused by Nicandros and all of them guys, you lashed out at them, and then you had a conversation, and after that conversation, it turns out, oh, well, I was just completely in the fucking wrong. And this is the second time this has happened. Does this not concern you that there's a pattern with your behavior?
It does!
Okay, so what are you going to do going forward to amend it? Because all of this is done, right? Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
You can talk now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you also.
Okay, that's fine. Go on.
Yeah, I feel like I really need...
Do you want my recommendation?
Yes, please.
Okay, I think what you need to fucking do is step away for at least a protracted period of time, reconsider what you actually want to do, just not even just like with YouTube, but generally, consider these actions and what, like, incites them. Maybe you have a hair-trigger temper. Hey, I have a hair-trigger temper. I get angry really fucking quick, and then I regret it later. Maybe that's something you need to work on, alright? But I'll be completely straight with you. You consistently making videos like this, and this being a pattern in those videos, is just not, like, it's just not fucking cricket. This can't keep happening, alright? It's not fucking possible.
That, honestly, is something I've really thought about recently. That's... even on our stream today, Kino, that's something like I was trying to tell you as well, because I'm just tired of talking about, all the anti-woke people, honestly. And I know for you, it's probably like similar. You probably feel similar about talking about the other end of that.
Sorry, I don't want to like be poking holes in every. I don't want to be poking holes in every single fucking thing you say, but like, it's all well and good that you're tired and how this affects you. I'm gonna Kino and Callisto, either one or Deus actually. Was it you, any of you, that like came to this conclusion, or did Noah? Did you reach out on your own accord because you felt bad about what happened to Deus, or like Deus, did you have to like bring this up that hey, Noah like instructed me to do this?
I had to bring it up because people were starting to message me, calling me a fucking bitch.
Wonderful. Okay, Noah, what do you suppose would have if in an alternate universe where Deus just sits and takes it? Is there ever a point where you feel that you're obliged to like come out with the truth? Or would you just have let it lie, let her take the heat, and then hope that, like, history can be rewritten and people forget?
No.
Okay, well, how long on would that have been made? Because this is day 3. Would it have been a week, a month? Do you think that it's acceptable that she has to put up with that for that long?
No. That's why I was really stressed when she told me about it.
Okay, again, we're not talking about, like, no offense, we're not talking about you now, we're talking about her.
No,
what do you think you can...
Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm terrible at wording things.
It's incredible, like, this is the problem. Every single answer that you, like, give to an extent is immediately coattailed by something incredibly solipsistic. That's my problem. And it makes me disinclined to believe that this is not going to repeat itself, because maybe ultimately, the reality is you're just not cut out for this, which might be the case, and this, in this context, being just like content creation and being like a community figurehead / manager, or B, you just need to really reevaluate for a long time, because this is, again, I hasten to remind you, it's not the first time you've used a community member or a community members to try to shield you either. You brought on Wargaming Dad in that plagiarism drama. You brought on a bunch of random fucking community members. You like, it's not
because I. Oh, sorry.
No, you go on. You can tell me why.
I just yeah. And I already made up with the Wargaming Dad as well. I apologized to him for using him there, and like.
Well, you kind of used him again, if I'm being honest, by not letting him, not filling him in on the full story. And now, like, I'm sure he's going to be pissed after this too, because like he was defending you too.
Yeah. And like the thing about this, the thing about like lying and just being at least being deceptive, is this is only going to get worse. Like it coincidentally, none of us, to be clear, before you have a thought, none of us had any clue that this was going to be happening. But like a major stream covered you the other day. Do you suppose that this is? Do you suppose that this is going to help your position now? Because I don't know. I'm not a public person, so I don't have a platform to really voice anything about this. Neither is Deus, on the sounds of it.
Okay.
But what do you expect Kino and Callisto to do in this position? Right? Like.
Okay, so like I don't want to like cut you off, Jam, but I do think we need to come up with a solution for Deus, because she. I apologize for like what you've been through, and I myself thought that you were the one being malicious, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all.
That was my assumption as well.
Yeah, I apologize, but now that I see that you're like a victim in this situation, I would like to find ways to get this harassment against you to stop, and for the record to be set straight. So, like, Noah, this is just my idea of how we can at least start to fix the situation. Deus and Noah, would either of you be willing to appear on a stream to set the record straight? You're not going to get attacked. You're not going to be.
That's
harassed.
my biggest worry.
Again,
I don't want to. Question: is it going to be a drama tuber stream?
I think we should just go on Digger's stream to get it resolved.
No, we should not. No, because he was the one calling her a bitch.
Okay, and
yeah, but that's your fault. That's your fault.
Wait. No. 1 second. I haven't said shit about this. Okay, one second.
Go ahead.
1 second. As of right now, whatever the fucking fallout of this call is, and whatever the fucking fallout of the situation is, that is what it is at this point. Okay? So if we want to ensure that the people questioning her and calling her all these comments stop, the only way is to come out and admit that not only did she not have anything to do with this, but that she was guided under false assumptions to make the copyright strike.
Yes,
so,
and that's why I think appearing on Digger's stream is the most appropriate course of action, because Dickers. Just listen to me. Just listen to me real quick. If Dickers is the one who cares the most about this, then he's a rational person. He will admit that he's wrong, and he will apologize to Deus and set the record straight that she is not the one who did it. If you're concerned about reach, then this is how you resolve it. Okay.
The other thing this is obviously because, just to be clear, Deus, how comfortable on a scale of 1 to 10 are you with making any public appearances in a stream or a video?
I honestly don't appear on anything. I just want to be invisible on the internet. So this has been very stressful.
Yeah, so then the way.
In which case, Noah needs to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I need to make
he needs to make a statement, and then it's going to be what it's going to be at that point. You're going to have to say that she had nothing to do with it, that you thought the video was racist, and that's why you told.
Wait, that's not good. Wait, sorry to cut you off. That's not good enough. You need to admit that you wanted the video gone.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that part. Yeah, that's why you wanted the video gone.
Again, Noah, Deus, you don't have to come on, you don't have to come with us or whatever. But Noah, you need to set the record straight. this is, again, a popular stream has covered this, and now
I do not want to appear on Dicker's stream. I'm sorry. I'm done with drama tubers.
Okay, and it's not going to be done. It's only going to be worse if you don't acknowledge like your mistake. And you don't.
Wait, 1 second. Kino. Whether he wants to appear on anybody's stream or not anybody's stream is his decision, and that
Fine.
whatever he wants to do, whatever he thinks the optimal situation is. But right now, things have to be acknowledged. In A, in order to stop people going after Deus Marionette, and B, for people to know what really happened here.
Fine.
That's what needs to happen. Whatever like show you guys want to do, whatever shit, I was all 100% looking forward to not having to deal with any more of this shit, to just get like the thumbnail reinstated or get like a new image or get like an image of an otter or something. That was my plan. But unfortunately, this turned out to be way worse than I even could possibly fathom. So
yeah, like go on. Sorry. You finish.
No, the way I have this is so. Everyone was telling me that this was the case, and I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe not. We can resolve this quietly. No issue. That's what I was under the assumption for, and that's how I thought this was being handled. But apparently, the fuck not. It turned out to be the worst of the worst shit.
And like the other thing, and this is can I understand with wanting to honestly no might feel differently. This is me speaking for myself. I would settle for any form of highly public announcement. So not a community note on fucking YouTube that maybe 10 I think statistically 10% of your audience fucking reads. All right,
well, that's what was suggested originally when this happened.
I don't care. All right, I'm talking about the here and now.
Sorry.
What happened? What happened? All right. This is my prescription. This is my suggested prescription for you going forward. And you need to be able to make a public statement about this. If people reach out for comment, you can say no comment, but I think you owe them clarifications, especially when you can it's all well and good to say that Dickers was the person who originally he started really going in on Deus. Do you suppose he would have gone in on Deus just quite as hard if he had known that it was you from the start, or do you think that he would have gone after you? Do you think that that's a little bit more likely?
I think he would have gone after me, and he's gone after me many times before.
Well, yeah, no offense. You seem to deserve it quite often, no? So the reality is, in this situation, Deus needs to have some sort of restitution, and if she's not comfortable, as is her right, to be appearing on camera, then you need to go on fucking camera. You need to record a very clear video where you explain everything, and you clarify this, and then I think Kino has a point. Obviously, we can't compel you to do anything, but the entire reason Kino is suggesting the stream is not so he can see fucking Dickers go in on you for 20 minutes. Ideally, none of them.
That's why I feel like it's gonna be. Dickers is kind of slimy.
Fine, I'll be there to prevent from being like that.
Dickers is kind of slimy. I'm sorry. Didn't you just try to get one of your community members to fucking take the heat for you? Sorry,
okay, no. Just to be clear, I'm gonna go on Dicker's stream no matter what, with or without you. Deus, if you want to write out a statement for me to read off to his audience, it's again, as you said, this guy is very upset with what he is established to be a misconception. I'm just going to clear it up with him. That's why I want Noah to come onto his stream, so people can stop giving you shit.
And to be clear as well, Noah, the reason Kino is so adamant about this, and the reason I think that it would be better, is because I think ethically there's an obligation on your behalf to make sure this breaches containment. This can't be inside tennis in your YouTube channel, because there's many other people. Dickers is one thing. He's a 2K, does this for the love of the game sort of guy, right? But Nicholas Diorio knows about this now, who's 100K sub YouTube channel.
That is not. Yeah, he's covered me before too.
Okay. Nice. Good for you. You understand what I'm saying, though, right? If Nicholas Diorio isn't aware that there is this correction, then what do you suppose he's going to do to his, on a good day, 4,000 viewer stream? Do you think that he's going to say, oh, actually, guys, if he doesn't have the information, is he suddenly going to have a revelation through God and start going, I think Noah did this? Or is he going to keep fucking slamming Deus to 4,000 plus people?
Yeah, exactly. So there has to be something said. publicly.
Yeah, something has to be
Yeah,
said.
and something outside of your sphere. That's the entire point. It can't just be you talking to your audience about this. It has to be you talking to... Yeah, it has to. It has to be like, again, breaching containment, right? Is the idea? And I know that that's uncomfortable for you because I'll be so fucking honest with you. If this is 10x worth the plagiarism drama, I would say morally, because the plagiarism drama, whatever. It's some fucking people you don't know. You fucked up. It's It's really fucking bad. Don't get me wrong. But this is like an actual person who's done something for you. Who, if anything, you owe. On an ethical level, because they've done you a service, free of charge, by the way, from what I gather, and you fucking throw them under the bus. Do you see how monumentally fucked that is?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
And what's more is that people who are attack you on that stream, they said that if you didn't know anything about this, but you were looking to resolve it, that would be a W on your end. They were willing to give you some grace, but now all that grace is thrown out the window.
Yeah, and then this is the fact pattern of it, right? Because how do you think Wendy and Kino are going to feel now that they've not fucking 30 minutes ago done a stream with you where they were trying to bridge build after you were quite unkind to Kino, to be fair, but whatever, that was an internet scuffle. But now they're associated with you, and there's going to be people there are going to be people to the end of days that are going to be maybe Kino knew about this inside Deus snaking, right? You've tarnished them to an extent forever because they appeared with you and you did this because they were willing to take a chance on you, and this is what it's availed them. Same with me. I'm obviously not a public person, but this is why we're all so fucking cross with you, because we all trusted you and we all gave you the benefit of the doubt, and look how that has been rewarded. Do you see why this needs to stop now?
Yes.
Good. Okay, how are you going to resolve it? What instantly what is your go-to solution?
I mean, what I did for the plagiarism was making a YouTube community post. That's
we're not talking about the plagiarism. We're talking about how you undermined you treated your artist friend Deus really poorly, and now she's getting shit on for it. So how are you going to make that up to her? How are you going to make this up to Callisto? How are you going to make up to people like me and your fans who defended you and took you at your word, only to be proven wrong? Yeah, 1D2.
I feel honestly, I need to. Especially with Deus, I feel really bad.
Okay, I think you need to make a public apology
here because I'm just so sorry. My mind is just locked right now.
Cool. Make a public video apology. Make sure that it's shared. DM it. If you don't want to appear on their streams, that's fine. You don't have to. DM it if possible. I think Kino's happy to facilitate it with you for Dickers and for British Runner and other people. Make sure that it gets as much outreach as possible. And then after that, I would seriously evaluate whether you think YouTube is your game. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And this isn't some... Oh yeah, go on, Cluster.
I feel like I'm the chief one fucked over here. I mean, my video's about to be taken the fuck down.
No, I sent the retraction for it. I got an email that they've got my
All right.
We can discuss
after. Well, it takes 24, 48 hours, so we'll just have to wait and see. But okay, I appreciate that. But really, the idea that my video would be taken down over a part, even if you thought it was fucked, a screwed up part, even if you heavily disagreed and you thought I was just such a piece of shit, you have the right to do this. I just want to make that explicitly clear. Even if it was as bad as you thought it was, that's still not okay.
Well, to be clear as well, in terms of because Callisto makes a good point. In terms of the nature of the takedown, all right, you realize how, number one, how, obviously that's going to affect Callisto, but who's 10x smaller than you, proportion-wise. I don't like to do the asymmetry of power, but it's worth remembering. And then, secondly, you understand the reason people are going in on Deus for this so hard is because you put her up to something that is complete fucking nonsense, right? Like, even, let's say we're in the universe where Callisto's video was somehow fucking racist, alright? Let's say we're there. What you put Deus up to would still give her a ton of shit because it doesn't make any fucking sense. And in that universe, if you genuinely thought that, that's actually worse, because if Callisto was genuinely bad, you're giving him good press by proxy. But it happens that Callisto isn't even a bad person, so you're hurting, like, two reasonable people for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
So, and that's like, you know, Callisto, obviously, if you have, like, a restitution in mind, then you please vocalize it. I don't mean to, like, stampede over you or anything. Sorry,
I don't know. I mean,
Deus, what do you think I should do?
It's Callisto's turn to talk. I'm sorry. I asked Callisto, all right? Deus,
okay.
Sorry, we've asked Deus a few times. Callisto was pretty emotional, so I just want to, you know, understandably so.
No, I guess let me rein in a little bit. Okay, so obviously you doing this is supremely fucked up on almost every level. And listen, I'm not a big time YouTuber. I'm not like some, I don't have a community or anything. But as far as I understand, this violates almost every like unspoken or even spoken rule of like YouTuber etiquette to the nth degree. All right. So as far as I'm concerned, there needs to be a full you just need to come out with what you've done, and not only so that Marionette doesn't suffer anything more, but that also, like, people understand how, like, my video came under a copyright strike. Because I feel like I've been, like, majorly fucked over here. And I was doing my absolute damnedest to resolve all of this with an immense amount of charitability. Because understand, when you took my correction and then tweeted out that I was doubling down, that was a major violation. That already was supremely fucked up. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to talk to this guy. Kino can talk to this guy. Whatever. And then when the thing I said, oh shit, okay, let me try to just resolve this thumbnail and we can be on our way. But unfortunately, that's just not the way it's going to play out anymore.
There's a fun fact on that. Kino and I spent a non-insignificant amount of time of our days yesterday trying to convince Callisto that you were worth engaging with. So that's, time well spent, clearly.
Yeah.
I have had, like, fucking drama YouTubers reach out and be like, do this, do that. And I said, no, I'm not going to. There's no need for that. That's what I said, by the way. And now I'm just like, bro, I'm so stunned. Like, I don't even know. Like, this is crazy. Like no offense, bro. Like you're making content, you're making response videos. That's all cool. I've made response videos before, but if you're going about it this way, like you really need to reconsider what you're doing. I have to agree with John. This is so bad. Like you really.
This is honestly what I've really. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Callisto. Were you gonna say something else?
No, because I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is absolutely nuts. Like this is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about in today's stream. Like, I just want to go back to making autism content and, like, videos about movies and stuff, because...
Well, I'm sure you do now.
Yeah, that's the issue.
No, I already was... Sorry. I've been thinking about that for a while, honestly.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So you were caught plagiarizing, right? Other people's response videos. You've been calling other people griftly bears and all this sort of stuff. You were caught for it. That, in my opinion, that would have been the time to reconsider and say, hey, do I want to do this? Because I'll grant you, dude, it's tough. Like, I've made regular reviews. It's not as difficult. But doing this whole response thing, it takes a lot more work and a lot more scripting and all of this. But, I mean, man, if you don't want to put in the work, or now you're going to try to take my video down, and then, like, I'm going to be honest, the Django Unchained stuff over Sweet Baby, it is the most basic thing. I mean, you don't even have to be a YouTuber. You don't even have to be somebody who, like, super breaks down media. Any reasonable person within 2 seconds of seeing those statements would understand how crazy it is. I'm done right now. For now.
Yeah, like the thing I was like, it's again, maybe it's unfair, right? But like, you can understand how it's incredibly, how remarkably fucking convenient it appears that you expect all of us who you've been, let's say, flexible with the truth with every person in this call, and Deus maybe doesn't give a fuck about what content you make, right, or what you like, in terms of that, like what content you want to make, but it's extremely fucking convenient that now that you've had this massive fucking drama happen, you have this epiphany about what you've wanting to do, and then you want us to believe that you've been thinking it for a while. Were you thinking at the time that you decided to fucking instruct Deus to take down Callisto's video? Is that what you'd have me believe?
I was. I look, like, if you look at my channel, I've been, like, focusing more, like, I still have the response videos, sure, but I've also been working on,
That's
at least
great,
for me,
mate.
I've been working...
That's fucking fantastic. You know what it looks like you've been focusing on to me, trying to get people's videos taken down, irrespective of what you've been doing that's ancillary to this. The reality is that's what you've done, right? And like, it makes it kind of difficult to believe that maybe partially you were concerned about that, but the reality is I think you just wanted to get a quick W and quash a video that is negative about you, because you had a very bad experience with people making negative content about you prior. But the reality is, if you just fucking left Callisto and Deus the fuck alone...
Yeah,
but you didn't. So that's the end of that. So now we're going to talk about this.
The video has like 10k views, man. That's it. And you did this.
And realistically, it was probably going to get more because, a bigger channel picked it up. But this is all, this is worth remembering. This is all prior to a bigger channel picking it up. So, unfortunately for you, they got it within the time frame. Right? So, yeah. And, again, the whole, if I woulda, coulda, shoulda, again, you didn't. So that's it, right? There's no point talking about that.
So I can expect more people to come after me until this has been cleared up. Great.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
No, I'm going to go after your biggest detractors.
Yeah, Kino knows them a little bit, yeah.
I'm going after your biggest detractors to go on, talk to your biggest detractors and tell them to explicitly to stop, don't harass you. You are a victim in this. I'm going to make that clear. I'm going to reach out to other people to tell them to make that clear.
Might be, Kino, might be worth telling Dark Hour if he can let
Yeah, I'll talk to Dark Hour.
Yeah, you should. You probably EFAP is pretty big, so.
I don't know any of these names. I'm sorry, I don't know any.
That's fine.
That's fine.
No, you're good. The TLDR is Kino and I think to a lesser extent now Callisto have a little bit of an in with the people who are primarily aware of the lie.
Okay.
And for what it's worth, I don't know if you saw that segment of the stream, Kino, but they were skeptical that it was just this person acting on their own initiative anyway. So I think that should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but Deus, you don't have to do anything besides give me a statement if you want to write it out so I can read off for them. Anything you need me to read out, I'll do so. And Noah, you don't have to come, but I think that's the first step of just rectifying the situation, just coming forward, saying what actually happened, and saying that Deus had nothing to do with this.
To speak to a provincial sense of honor, even if you know that it's going to be a negative experience, and even if you know that coming on this live stream is something you really don't want to do, and even if you have bad prior interactions with this person, do you not think there is a duty there to correct the record, to try to reach as many people as possible? And if Kino can very easily give you an opportunity to get this to more people more quickly, do you not think that no matter how pleasant, you have an obligation to do that?
I would say so, yes, but wouldn't doing a YouTube community post do that as well? That's the part of
No, it wouldn't.
No, it will not.
Yeah.
What spread more, Noah? What spread more? The clips of you admitting to plagiarism on Dicker's stream, or on your stream, or your community post? I'm sorry, it's just no contest.
Yeah, just to be clear about YouTube community posts, right? So let's say you have 40
community.
Yeah, well, excellent point. That's a start, right? Second of all, you have 40k subs. you get, I don't know, let's say like 20k views per video, so that's 50% of your audios. That is 50% of your audience that's subscribed, that on average interacts with stuff that you make. That is the main reason they're fucking there. How many of them do you think are going to the community post tab?
Well, I would assume
Maybe-
a lot.
Well, you'd be wrong. At least you'd be quantitatively wrong. Sorry, you'd be quantitatively right, but you'd be like contextually wrong, right? I'm sure maybe 1,000 people goes to check it out. That's like quantitatively a large number of people to read a thing, right? But like, it's not a lot of people. Again, this is totally blasting past the thing that I was talking about earlier, which is the idea of like containments and containment breaches, right? Like, the important thing isn't that your community knows you did this. The important thing is that the people who are currently very much poised to want to blame, like have Deus take the fall for this. Again, let's say that you make that community post. Okay, let's say 100% of your audience reads it, all right? But Dickers doesn't see it, Nicholas Dioro doesn't see it, Cope and Seed doesn't see it, Every Frame of Pause nobody from them is going to see it, right? All of these people don't see it. All of these people at present have reason to believe that this was Deus acting of her own initiative. Because you didn't even have the guts to fucking claim it yourself. So it's her name on it. You anchor.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little upset.
Okay, like, and Noah, like, I DM'd Dickers. He said he's not going to be mean to you. Like, he's not going to attack you or anything.
Okay, when would the stream be?
It's right now. It's right now. Like, I already invited you to a server so we can go in. And again, we're just going to set the record straight, clear Deus of any wrongdoing. You can say what happened, what you're going to do forward, and then that could be it. Then you can leave. All right.
Okay. I think,
Well,
can I get in on those? In and out then, because I do not want to spend more time there than I have.
Callisto, you want to be in? You want to come too?
I mean, I think I should be as the chief,
Okay,
like, as one of the chief.
Fine. I'll invite you to a server too.
Parties involved.
I'll invite you to a server too. Hold on.
I'll be brief. I'm not gonna stick around. I probably won't stick around for the whole thing.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. And
because-
again,
and
like Deus,
I
if
can
there's
explain
anything,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kino.
Deus, if there's anything you want to write out so I can read off on Dicker's show, so you can keep your anonymity, so you don't have to show up. I'm more than happy to do that. Like, I want you to stop getting harassed. I don't want you to receive any more unwanted attention that you haven't already.
Thank you. I'll DM you.
Okay, thank you. All right.
I'm just gonna need.
Okay, Noah, we're gonna go into Dicker's stream. Like, I already sent you and Callisto the server invite, so I'll just be waiting over there.
Cool.
All right, later.
Yep, see ya. Nice talking to you, Days. Hopefully rest of your day is going better than this, alright?
Thanks.
Have a good one, love.
Bye.